Wednesday Addams doesn't smile, she doesn't explain herself, she doesn't ask to be liked, and yet millions of people saw themselves in her. In an internet built on performance, Wednesday became powerful by refusing to perform. This isn't just a character analysis, it's a cultural signal. This is Rinverse Lab, where we translate entertainment industry magic into marketing strategy. Here we break down pop culture, movies, TV, and fandoms to understand how stories build loyalty, identity, and community, and how creators and brands in any industry can use the same principles. I'm Rin. I'm a media researcher and storyteller with a master's in media, popular culture, and the public sphere. Today we are unpacking why Wednesday Addams resonated so deeply, far beyond the show itself. We will look at the cultural moment that made her feel necessary, the psychology behind her presence, and what creators and brands can learn from her about building identity without shouting. Wednesday Addams didn't appear in a vacuum. She arrived in a moment of exhaustion. Audiences were tired of forced relatability, tired of toxic positivity, tired of being told to smile, share, optimize, and brand themselves constantly. The internet had become loud, fast, performative, and then Wednesday appeared, still, sharp, emotionally contained. She didn't try to be inspirational, she didn't soften herself for approval, she simply existed on her own terms. That contrast wasn't accidental, it was exactly what the moment needed. Most characters are designed to win you over. Wednesday doesn't try. She doesn't explain her trauma, she doesn't ask for empathy, she doesn't perform vulnerability. And paradoxically, that restraint made her feel more honest. In a culture obsessed with visibility, Wednesday represents presence, being rooted in who you are without constantly narrating. Wednesday is a study in contrast, black and white, stillness and sharpness, deadpan delivery inside emotionally intense scenes. Our brains remember contrast more than content. Difference creates definition. Wednesday didn't blend in, she created edges, and edges are what makes identities legible. Psychologist Carl Jung described the shadow as parts of ourselves we surpass to be accepted. Wednesday doesn't surpass them. She embodies anger, detachment, cynicism, and emotional distance, traits especially discouraged in women. But instead of being framed as broken, she is framed as competent, intelligent, and in control. That's why people connected so strongly to her. She gave form to feelings many people weren't allowed to show. Wednesday rarely rushes. She pauses, she observes. In fast-cut media environments, stillness reads as authority. It signals confidence. It tells the viewer, I don't need to chase your attention. That's why her presence feels magnetic. She creates gravity by slowing the world down around her. Wednesday isn't relatable in the traditional sense. She doesn't mirror your behavior. She mirrors your boundaries. She says no without apology. She maintains emotional distance. She chooses solitude without framing it as loneliness. In a culture of oversharing, that restraints feels radical. Wednesday aesthetic isn't decoration, it's communication. Muted colors, minimal expression, her look signals emotional clarity, nothing extra, nothing wasted. Aesthetics become powerful when they match internal logic. Wednesday looks exactly like she feels. Wednesday didn't stay on the screen. She became a posture, a tone, a way of being. People didn't just dress like her. They adopted her stillness, her detachment, her refusal to over-explain. That's when a character crosses into identity. If you are a creator or brand, the lesson here isn't to be dark or distant. The lesson is this: you don't need to perform constantly to be compelling. Clarity beats volume, consistency beats charisma, presence beats persuasion. Define your edges, choose what you want to, let your tone carry meaning. Wednesday didn't build belonging by appealing to everyone. She built it by being unmistakably herself. Wednesday Addams signals a shift away from performative likability, away from forced optimism towards something quieter. She reminds us that identity doesn't have to shout to be strong, and in a culture built on noise, that kind of clarity feels like a relief. If you enjoyed this breakdown, go watch the first video on this channel where I explain exactly what Rinverse Lab is and how we are building a community for marketers, creators, and curious storytellers. See you in the next one, and until then, keep building.